Hello everybody, Anthony Gonzalez here with another weekly update. It was a busy week here in DC, as everybody I'm sure remembers. But I want to start with one thing. So we have somebody in our office who is dedicated solely to getting federal grant dollars back into the 16th District. And our first grant came through this week. So this was a $5 million grant to the Wayne County Airport. And I'm really excited about it. This was the first one we started working on, so you can see these take a while. Federal government, no surprise, right? But this is great. So this is more money back into the community. We're going to keep working on these grants. I think it's important. There's dollars out there. You just got to go find them. And so that's what we're trying to do. So I was happy to see that go through. Secondly, I had a bill pass the Science, Space, and Technology Committee. Hopefully it'll get to the floor soon. This is a deepfake bill. I've talked about this before. So deepfakes, think Forrest Gump. So if you remember, Forrest Gump was pictured shaking hands with presidents and all these different things. Obviously that didn't happen. That technology at the time was really expensive, so only Hollywood studios could do it. Now it's much cheaper and pretty much anybody can do it. And so what I want to do is make sure that our federal agencies and foundations are looking into the technology itself so we can identify it. You can see where that could be problematic if you put two people in a room who are never together to pretend as if they agreed to something or talked about something. So we're going to study deepfakes. That passed unanimously. That was great. Bipartisan. I was very happy about that. And then finally, obviously, the story of the week is the impeachment inquiry. Look, I think, unfortunately, we are at the beginning of what is going to be a long, painful, divisive process for this country. And I've read all the documents that have been released so far. I don't see anything that drives me towards thinking that these are impeachable offenses. And so, I personally thought it was irresponsible for Speaker Pelosi to rush to an impeachment inquiry before we had even seen the documents, but here we are. And so, going forward, what am I going to focus on? One, I'll read anything that comes out. If more comes out, I'm going to read it. That's my responsibility. That's what you send me to do. But secondly, I'm going to work. I'm going to work on the legislation that I think is important for Northeast Ohio. So that's USMCA. I'm going to keep beating the drum on that. The Jobs Act, I'm going to keep beating the drum on that. We picked up more co-sponsors this week. The deepfake bill, anything that I think is going to be good for Northeast Ohio, I'm going to work on. My fear is that the House will be consumed by the impeachment inquiry and we won't get as much done. We already don't get a whole lot done. Now I think it's going to grind to a halt, unfortunately. But my commitment to you is to do everything I can to make sure that does not happen, all while continuing to read and update myself as more comes out. But again, I think we're at the beginning, unfortunately. So I know it's going to be frustrating for everybody. And I just ask everybody to do the same. Just understand where we are in the process. Very, very beginning. And so unfortunately, this will be with us for a while. But with that, again, I want to thank you for sending me and I hope everybody has a great weekend.